You might find this hard to believe, but General Motors has never had a Yukon program in the Yukon. We're here in this beautiful territory just north of British Columbia to drive the new Yukon from General Motors. We're driving from Whitehorse all the way to Dawson City with stops in between. And it's surprising because the GMC Yukon is the best-selling full-size SUV in the marketplace. And there are a lot of changes for 2015.
The GMC brand is pretty significant in Canada, especially as it pertains to our full-size utilities, where the GMC Yukon that we're launching here today represents about 1 in 3 full-size utilities sold in the Canadian marketplace. The Denali is our premium execution in the Yukon full-size utility offering, and it starts off with a 6.2-liter engine offering premium materials such as soft touch instrument panels, aluminum trim, wood trim, all the premium features that you would expect in a luxury execution.
All the new full-size General Motors trucks look much better. They're streamlined yet angular, and it's a body that is very recognizable. The LED running lights make a statement, and that GMC logo on the grille looks like business. Now, when General Motors engineers their full-size SUVs, they take the basis and develop it into an individual brand, whether it's the Suburban, the Tahoe, this Yukon, the Denali, and of course the top dog is the Escalade. But at the core, they're all very similar. 3 rows. This trim level actually gets the fold-down automatic seats in the second and third row on the mid-trim level. But when you look at the dashboard, that's really where it sets things apart, especially when you compare the Denali to the Escalade. And they can be similarly equipped because behind the dash is all basically the same stuff. It's how they trim it out on the front. And I prefer the GMC approach because with Cadillac and the Q system, they have a touch-sensitive panel. It's shiny black. It shows fingerprints. You have to swipe your hands across it to move things. With the GMC, it's traditional. It's not going to show fingerprints like the Cadillac system. And that's really what this Denali represents to a lot of people. You can have all of the excess inside when it comes to leather and wood and comfort and a big engine, but you don't have the bling factor that you get with the Escalade, and that's more my style.
The pricing of the Yukon starts at $51,000 for your entry-level 2-wheel drive and makes its way up to $75,000 for the Yukon Denali XL that you see here today. Now, the full-size utilities are a very small segment of the general vehicle population that we see here in Canada, but those that are buying our full-size utilities are often those that are stepping up from a mid-size utility vehicle, those that have older kids, older teenagers, those that are looking to tow, those that are looking for greater capability in their full-size utility that they may not be getting in a mid-size utility vehicle that they're driving today.
It's interesting that out of the gate, General Motors decided to equip all of their full-size trucks with 6-speed automatic transmissions, but late in 2014, the beginning of 2015, they're going to introduce 8-speed automatics with the 2 engines available in this truck. I don't know why they didn't just introduce it out of the gate, but if you're interested in buying a full-size truck and you're interested in the Yukon or any of the GM products, I would wait to get the 8-speed automatic. It's going to make the vehicle more drivable and hopefully get improved fuel economy. Now, when you come into northern Canada, you see so many people driving, big truck like this, pickup trucks, of course, and it makes so much sense because when you go to somewhere like Dawson City, it is very rustic. There are no paved roads. You've got boardwalks for the sidewalks. And, if you lived up here and had to deal with the remoteness of this part of Canada and the harshness of the climate, especially in the winter, this would be a very nice truck to have in this part of the world. The Denali is a great choice for such a big drive. The electromagnetic suspension does a good job of soaking up the many different types of roads, from gravel to very bumpy pavement. Plus, the noise-canceling system helps keep the cabin quiet. Part of any adventure to the Yukon must include a trip to a gold mine. We visited a big mine site that collects on average about 2 ounces of gold an hour using old tried-and-true sluicing systems. This type of country is a real test of any vehicle, and the Yukon was up to the task. The one thing about the Yukon truck, it actually is a very nice vehicle to tour the Yukon territory because you do a lot of driving when you're here. We've been here for 3 days, driving all over the territory. We started in Whitehorse, we're here in Dawson City and traveling all around the area. So when you're doing kilometer after kilometer, a big, comfortable, large SUV is a really nice place to spend some time, especially when you get the Denali with the 6.2-liter V8, lots of power, easy for passing, and it cruises so effortlessly on those long straightaways, you can actually get very good mileage. We were averaging 12 liters per 100 kilometers on over a 6,000-pound truck. Now that really is impressive. What also is impressive is this part of Canada. It is gorgeous here. The scenery will take your breath away. You go over a mountain, you come across a river valley, and you're like, wow, that is something to see. So do yourself a favor, come to this part of Canada, and if you're in the market for a full-size truck, this one's hard to beat.
Want more? Extended reviews of many of our segments are available online at drivingtelevision.com.